Here we go. Awesome. So we're recording. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody in the live stream. Welcome back, everybody who's watching on the replay. No worries there. If yeah, by some chance you don't have time to watch the live stream, it's always a cool thing that you can watch on a later time of the day. But still remember, if you want to take advantage of the instant tokens being given away, if you want to be part of the live chat, being able to ask your questions, it's an amazing thing. 12:30 UTC every day. That's the date, except for in February. Let me have a look at the calendar, the blah 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 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. I will be working my day job again for those 4 days. So probably I will be streaming a little bit later, something like 5 p.m. UTC. I will announce it enough or often enough so that you can remember. But yeah, no matter what, we're not going anywhere. I will keep doing those daily streams from here on out. And, let's try to make this, yeah, something permanent. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So, first things first, what are we going to analyze? We're going to have a little look at this situation that popped up yesterday. We're going to go over the telltale signs that you could have read by yourself. And then, of course, we will be talking about the possible development after all this. And before we do all that, of course, we're going to go over all the major levels. We will see which are the new critical or important areas to keep your eyes on. And yeah, that's that. All right, cool. So let's dive right in. I will see you right after the intro. Oh, yeah, we're back. Cool. So, first things first. Let's have a look at the major time frames. And I had a comment yesterday, and I really appreciated it. That maybe it would make more sense for me to analyze the chart from the higher time frames all the way down to the lower time frames. So we're going to try this today, and give me some feedback. Tell me if you prefer this chronology over what I usually do, going from the lower time frames up to the higher time frames. To me, mentally, it just makes yeah. It's the way the madness in my head works. I do the smaller time frames, and then I look at the relevancy with the higher time frames. But yeah, we can give it a try. There's no vice like about advice. So yeah, let's try that, right? Cool. So first things first, like I said, we go over to the higher time frames. Maybe we can look at the daily because it's weekend. And on the daily, what do we see from here on out? Basically, we still maintain the posture of making lower highs, lower lows, highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows, and now we are sitting at a lower low depending on which direction it's going to take. So yeah, that being said, for now, as long as we don't break this major level here, this is still a downtrend. Okay, nothing can't change. Okay, so that's just the threshold for here. The 39,000 reaching on to 40,000 when you include the wick. That would be where potentially the momentum could start to turn. The momentum actually goes back to an uptrend once we break above 41,600. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's only after we break this level that we have our structure back from high, higher low, higher high. Okay, cool. So all that being said, that's the long term. I don't really like to do the long term first, but yeah, you know, sometimes for some people, maybe it makes more sense to do it like this. So yeah, you know, I'm always happy to give things a try. Hey, Alex, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right. So yeah, like I said earlier, today we're going to do something different. We're going to go over the higher time frames and then do the lower time frames. So yeah, I don't know. Let's give it a shot. You know, somebody told me that it would make more sense. So we can do it. We can do it. We can try and see if my logic still applies in that order. Now, what do we see? I'm going to remove. I don't know if I want to remove these boxes. This one, yeah. Let's just remove them. Let's go completely blank. Voila. Okay, the white box probably is still going to stand. Coming from this area, we have an RSI of 83 point. Let's do 83.2. 83.2. And that says, whoa, 53,000. Wow, for RSI to reach at least that level on a 10-hour chart, right? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty way up there. 53,000, Jesus. I don't know if doing things in that order is going to work as well for my way of analyzing things, because you'll see that on the shorter term, all this is gonna come down, and basically, you know, don't really care about the long-term prognosis, especially not that far ahead of time, or you know, for time for higher highs or highs that have been printed so long ago. For, you know, short-term daily analysis, these can be relevant when they are broken, but basically, you know, I'm gonna remove it. Don't like it. Now let's look at the local lows. Maybe we can find something interesting here. So that would be 36.4. This local low gets out of the bearish bullish divergence when the 10-hour chart breaks 29,200. Okay, let's I'm gonna start by drawing lines first. Like so. Here we go. And this one here, that looks like a major one, but yeah, maybe that could be like our area for the full-on breakthrough. See, it doesn't really jive with the way my mind works, but you know, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm just gonna stick with it. Let's do it, and we'll see afterwards if I can make it work with the way I usually do things. So that would give us 26,300. And I'm going to draw this way more down. And then we will see Probably with the lower time frames, we will adjust things a little bit. Okay, let's go down to the 5-hour chart. Let's see what the 5-hour chart has to say about all this madness. Basically, it's the lows, the local lows right now that we are interested in, and also the spike here. Okay, this would be, in my opinion, the more interesting one to look for. This one here, yeah, it's so far in the past, and we do still have this this bullish divergence here that that has had some value. But in my opinion, I do think that this pump and dump actually abused this situation and created a whole other bearish divergence right here. And, you know, as long as price doesn't push the RSI high enough, so we get two higher highs, I think the pressure still should be down, but yeah, see, I'm doing things backwards for now. But yeah, enough complaining. I'm just gonna keep doing it, and we'll see what we end up with. So 33.8. That would give us 28,300. Okay, so that's a boxy box area. 28,300. Okay, we got this one. And then the other one, we're just gonna read this because I think the 10-hour chart is a little too wide on that. Let's have a look. 25.4. That would be 23. Oh my God, even lower. Okay, 23,200. That's interesting. Just a little bit higher. There we go. Okay. Okay. This one, still think that breaking the low wick here would just initiate the pressure to the downside. Maybe we can push it a little bit down here on that volume node, because I do expect at least a little bit of a bounce. And yeah, see, I'm doing things backwards, and it's not how I'm used to do this. Okay, cool. So right over here, this box, I'm going to move it over here because I think it's more interesting to read this area here. And this one, I'm going to set a horizontal line. Let's make that one a green one, because obviously clearing this one, we got new all-time highs, maybe retest of the downtrend of the lower areas, but just an opportunity too long. Now, okay, the real deal. This is the one. This is the one we want to see. Let's have a look. What does it say? So we get 71.6 and 71.2. So let's go with 71.5. Just a little average 71.5. And that would be sitting at, look at that, 40,580. But that's the 5-hour chart, okay? So I'm pretty sure that the lower time frames are going to drag this way down. Maybe for the lower time frames, the 5-hour chart we can do this read here as well. 78.45, 78.4. That would be 45,950. So little box. Beautiful. Now this is the white zone. And this would be an orange one. Like that. Okay. Okay. Starts to look like something here. And let's look at the 3-hour chart. We got 73, 70, 73. Let's go with 73. That would be sitting at 39,400. Okay. Okay. The low end here, that would be 29.12, 29.12, 29.10, 29.1. And this sits at 28,600. Cool. I'm going to drag this up just a little bit. And the 1-hour chart, what does the 1-hour chart show us? Right here we have 79.8 and 80. Let's go with 80. Hey Nomas, welcome. How are you doing? So yeah, it's a little bit weird today. Somebody gave me a comment of doing the higher time frames first and then the lower time frames, but yeah, it's not the way I'm used to do this, so I'm a little bit more concentrated right now. But yeah, you know, maybe it looks better for you guys. I don't know. Me personally, I'm more happy doing it the way I do it. It feels more natural to me. Because I'm day trading, I'm doing short term first, and then I try to see which extra lenience or range or whatnot comes from the higher time frames. That's basically why I do the things the way I do it. Now I know all other YouTubers do it from high to short. Yeah. I guess this is why you guys watch me, because I do things differently. But you know, yeah, I wanted to give it a try, just to give it a shot and see what kind of stuff we can come up with. So as you could see yesterday, all the levels were respected. Those should be the new levels. But you know what? Now that I'm down at the 1-hour chart, I just feel like I want to take a fresh look at the higher chart. Yeah. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just better that I keep doing things the way I'm used to do them, because yeah, it just works better for me. It makes more sense. So yeah, I'm not the person to dismiss advice, and I would always, try something new. Even though it's not my style and stuff. You can't tell unless you try. But yeah, basically, I think for me it works much better to do the short-term analysis first, and then compare it to what the higher charts actually say. Because I look at the short term, and basically then I will compare to what the longer term actually is pushing towards. And then I can see whether the short term reads are going to be like just a little bit of a hiccup, or actually a signal of continuation. And I think that's why this way works so much better for me. But yeah, I don't blame anybody. It's it was worth a shot, right? So yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna. Oh, before I do this, it's rewards time. It's rewards time. So get your pencils ready. Get your app open, and in 20 seconds you will get the new code for right now. Remember, they're only valid 5 minutes. So if you want to redeem the codes, it's imperative that you are in the live stream and the live section of the live stream, of course. And we got WO-AFGMO. So not a zero. WO-AFGM0. All right. So while you guys fill out your codes and redeem your tokens, I'm just gonna go over the higher time frames just again, and I'll just do the things the way I'm used to do them. So no offense, please, whoever you were giving me that advice. It was dearly appreciated. I do appreciate advice, but yeah, it just makes more sense to me like this. So here we got 73. Let's do this. I'm just going to go over this really quickly without too much commentary and stuff. You guys know how I do this, so it doesn't really make too much difference. Then we got... I'm not even going to look at this one, just that one here. 29. So that's 28. 5. Good enough. And we got on the 5-hour chart this one here. And finally, this one right here at 71.5. Awesome. Good. That makes me happy. Okay, so now, special. All right. Well, congratulations, guys, for redeeming the tokens. We can only hope that one day they make us a lot of money, especially you guys, because yeah, for me it's just break even. It's as if I would be buying the tokens, but yeah, I don't care. I really love the opportunity that on the same occasion I can just give the same amount away to you guys, the viewers. and you know that's a lot of fun, and it's fun to see that actually they are being redeemed and stuff. You know, it's awesome. Cool. So let's have a look. What did we see? What happened yesterday? Because that's what we want to talk about. The elephant in the room. I hope there's no Indians here. I know elephants and stuff are sacred, so no offense, please. That's just an expression. Cool. So right here, what did we see yesterday? Yesterday, like I said, such a pump is not natural, right? Especially the way it was orchestrated with trapping people into thinking that this was a lower high. See, lower high, like it was very, very coordinated. As you guys helped me find the right word yesterday. So pressure down, people start to short, and then the crap goes up. Ultimately, right here at this level, most shorts had their stop losses or got liquidated all the way rising up here, because some people just love to 100x their stuff. I have no idea why. But yeah, then price keeps going up, turns around. There's going to be people who were shorting and using this volatility here to play the range. Some people probably were a little bit late, and this is how those pumps actually function. Eventually you see that price has been holding more or less this high area here until eventually gets exhausted. Nobody wants to buy anymore because it's not moving. Every time on the dump, maybe some people are buying, but all this is liquidity for people with a lot of money who have been working this or orchestrating this situation. Now, where could we see that there was accumulation of bitcoins and cryptocurrencies? Right here in this entire section. Right here, right this. This was a major accumulation phase. But, like I said, never ever bet the farm. There was no way to know this ahead of time. Okay, I'm not trying to sound like the guy that says, see, I knew it, and yada, yada, yada. No, not at all. But in hindsight, sometimes it's nice to be able or to go over these things and try to understand how big the pockets were that have actually played this entire thing. Why didn't Elon Musk say that he was going to be buying Bitcoin here at the lows? Why midway this range? Doesn't make sense, guys. Absolutely not. If he tweeted this yesterday somewhere in the morning or during the day, it doesn't make sense. Looking at the range, who with such large pockets would not know that you shouldn't enter at the high end of a range? It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all, especially somebody who's that educated. Like, it's not his first rodeo in the money business because he's the founder of PayPal. He knows how money works, right? So think about these things. Then right now, what happened? Pump, dump, okay. And looking at the Facebook chatter, because I think it's always funny to look and listen at what the narrative is behind what people are writing. It's not that I'm going to just jump on all the rumors and stuff, but sometimes you just want to feel what kind of temperature the water has, right? And what I feel right now is that a lot of people are either, number one, still thinking that this was a natural move. Elon Musk will keep buying Bitcoin. He said it. He promised, I'm gonna buy even more. Other people keep saying, like, see, this is a higher low right now. This is going to the moon. So lots of people are still thinking that it could go up. Okay, still a little bit hesitant, obviously, but even if even if such a majority manages to push the price up, think about who's going to step in right now. There's still a lot of people holding on to tokens that bought the top, that got literally screwed, and they want to get out of their bad position because they are not looking at the hopium under their feet. They are looking at the fact that, oh my God, this is a lower high, right? Exactly. Best case scenario right now could be that we go up and we get an aftershock and then a real dump. Best case scenario. That's what I think, you know. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but if price goes up, I would be very hesitant to be buying more. You know, if we really manage to see this orange box get broken, potentially things that thank you, Alex. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I'm keeping things real. I know I'm not saying things that are popular, and I don't care about that. You know, in my good conscience, I would not be I would not be able to sleep right, thinking like, you know, I look at my videos after a few days, after a couple of days, just to measure, you know, like, did I bullshit? And I think this is very important. Like, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of those hypers and stuff, they post and forget. They don't care. Like, I could tell a few off the top of my head. I don't want to name anyone because they all know who they are, you know. But you look at their videos every day, their narrative is the complete opposite. Yeah, eventually they will hit the nail. But come on. If you're buying 1,000 lottery tickets, yeah, you have 1,000 times a chance to hit the jackpot. Yeah, okay, but that's not what we're trying to do. This is not a gambling game. We are looking at ways how to turn market motion into a constant income, not getting the Lambo next week, but becoming financially independent. Okay, that's a lot more important to me than having bet the farm on the one token that 1,000 X's, and now I got Lambos and Ferraris and stuff, and I'm the man. But no, this is easy money, and you know, if you don't know how to make it, then you won't know what to do with it once you have it. You know, like they say, easy come, easy go. Same thing. In 2017, 2018, I had a buddy who stepped in very early in BitShares, and yeah, Alex, right on. Thank you. You know, thank you so much for appreciating my content. Like this means the world to me. I've gotten fed up with you know, the people trying to abuse people who are actually looking for information, help, and you know, ways in starting to understand things. They use something, some titles that they think like, oh yeah, a lot of people are gonna come look at it, but basically they just feed them pure BS. It doesn't help you, and I don't even understand how those guys have millions of subscribers. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see in a few years what happens. But yeah, I think we're done BSing people, and we need to treat our community with respect. I have gotten a lot out of finding this one good YouTube channel. He just did it out of passion. Because he was sitting at home during the last pandemic crisis. I was also very lucky to have stumbled on him, and he set my way of thinking straight. He totally gave me a lot of things to think about, and this is why I feel like it's my obligation right now to give something, or at least something of equal value or more, back to the community. I didn't have to pay for any of that. This is why I try to put it out for free. And if you want to support me, there's tons of ways that you can do without having to empty your pockets for it, because I don't want you guys to be spending money on that. Your money is to make money. All right. And yeah, talking about money, here's the next instant code. Hey, oh, wait, I just missed on DLive. NS, I can't read it. Hello, Instant Pro. Yeah. Yeah, if you get Instant, the app open and fill out your code. Here it comes. WO-BWIUW. It's lots of W's. So WO-BWIUW. All right, here you go, guys. Fill those pockets. Awesome. So yeah, that's kind of basically what I want to stand for, and what I want to be known for. I don't want to think about my name in shame. And yeah, thanks for appreciating all that. Cool. Cool. Yeah, Alex, you're welcome. You guys are all very welcome. So, of course, right now, what is going to happen? There's a few things that I'm actually staring at, and I find them quite important. Number one, we have those huge nodes of volume sitting above and below. Which one's going to hold? Which one's going to break? Right now, looking at the stochastics, because as you know, the stochastics, I don't trade them from the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom. It doesn't work like that. It's a momentum indicator. It's a little bit like the accelerator of your car. At a 50, it's more or less neutral. At the higher it goes, it's more or less more to an upwards momentum, and the lower it goes, the more we go into a downward momentum. As it turns around, of course, you can see that it takes a little bit of time to pick up. There's a lag behind it. So that's why you can't really trade the tops and the bottoms of this thing. But it gives you a little bit of an idea what the overall trend or continuation of the trend is going to be like. So right now, from here to even here, we are still on a pressure down area. Sometimes, because it's statistics, you can draw like trend lines, and I did draw this trend line yesterday, and what happened here is that the support turned into resistance. So it's not a rule, but if you see that some indicator actually responds to it, then you could give it a little bit more of a validity that, okay, maybe this means something. Okay, just like this. Maybe there could be something there. Now, what do we see on the really short term? Always do this. Huh? On the really short term, and there's going to be a lot of people looking at this. Okay, so on the short term, we have this local low right here. Okay, technically, this is a bullish divergence. Technically. But you can't forget that this whole thing is a manipulation, right? Basically, if you discard that, we have to look at this local low. And that's nothing. That's continuation, okay? But creating this bearish divergence over all of these lines, that actually means something, because oh Jesus, I'm messing up this chart again. I'm so sorry. So I need to wrap this, like keep it on a short wrap. So this bearish divergence here over all this has been abused because this accumulation here has made its move. Okay, now because this here was completely part of the manipulation, I don't want to look at this as a local low. Okay, so I hope that it makes sense, because you have to make a difference between a natural move of the market and something that has been orchestrated. Okay, now this here, it counts, even though it's part of the pump, because a lot of people have been trapped here. There are a lot of innocents who have been thinking like, oh God, I was in a short here, I get stopped out, this thing goes and it goes and it goes, I need to long, or I need to buy, doesn't matter. So either they lost their position on the way down, they got stopped out, or they're still holding on. They're still holding on. Some people get in with low leverage, have a high pain tolerance, and they're sitting here. They're thinking like, okay, this is my last resort. If we make a lower low, I'm gonna exit, or I have my stop loss there. This is a very valid area for somebody who doesn't really have the experience to set their positions. And right now it's still holding. So if price moves up and it starts to hesitate, they're gonna push even harder, dumping their stuff, because at least they will be able to get out with the minimum of loss, and then the next victims are going to fall. Okay, so these things are very, very tricky. And right now, there is, in my opinion, I'm leaning a little bit more actually towards a retest here, and finally slowly crumbling down until we pass most of these levels, and then strong downtrend. It's basically what I'm leaning towards. If price were to try and recover, I don't think it's gonna be here on this level, because there's still too many people who are trapped and who are going to have, erratic reactions. There's still a lot of people holding here. If price starts to go down, pressure is going to build up to the downside. If price tries to go up, it's going to be stopped by so many people still dumping. And what happens? Retail will start to lose confidence in the price action. And this is what these situations create. They will create a lot of doubt in the market. And it's like 2017, 2018. Same thing happened. Not as strong. Like I said yesterday, we if you remember, we did have a look at the Wayback Machine, and you see, we had something almost kind of similar, but here it was played completely different. We had this trend line that started to look like some sort of support, and people started believing in it. Oh, it's gonna take off, it's gonna take off. But it never ever really took off completely. We had this tiny little bearish divergence popping up here that actually showed that the resistance was kicking in. And then ultimately, people started to lose faith, lose faith, lose faith, lose faith, and so on and so on. We all know the rest of the story, bear market, $3,000 Bitcoin, and all that stuff. Really nice, you know, because if you're ready for it, getting a push in the back is not going to tip you over. It's just going to make you move faster, right? So this is what this is all about, being ready to take the right side of the trade. Now, what else? There was some more stuff. Alex, all right, let's see. What did you say? You still haven't learned how Bybit is working. Is there any chance that you will show how to long or short? The staff could be any other day, which will. Okay. I will keep my money on Binance. But want to stick to Bybit and start trading there. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, if you want, on the website, I have a page with a tutorial. So go to the website. It's the third button, Bybit Beginner's Guide. And here you will find all the basics about how to start trading, how the console works. What is it? Nomas helped me get through, like clear everything out, have it as have it as understandable and well formulated as possible. You can find all the information for just the basics, the use of the platform. Then there are a few different thingies that can help, but those are then more technical, like how the insurance function works and stuff. I will make videos about that. I think this could be interesting, especially if we start working towards a bear market and then sideways and a little bit up and a little bit down and stuff. Knowing when the market is hesitating, I think this is where the insurance function could actually come in handy. But I haven't used it yet, so I can't speak out of experience. Basically, you know, I'm just a heads up guy. But yeah, once the trend is confirmed, it's easy, you know. As soon as we get out of the bear market and we start literally going sideways for days, then this is where, you know, anybody could make a boo-boo. And then the question is, you know, do you want to do risk management? Do you want to manage your portfolio, or anything else? You know, there's ways here on sideways action where either you just wait and you let things play out until you have a better picture, or yeah, do you want to take the risk and then just pay a little fee for the insurance? There's like so many things to do. So sorry I missed some chat. Let's go over it. Katie joined us. Katie is awesome. Hello Katie. Hello Oliver. Hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, Oliver, make good coffee please. I think it's yeah, We need coffee. Yeah, Reddit broke the market. Katie says. Well, it's one theory, but I think the market abused Reddit. Maybe the guys on Reddit had a good shot with what is it, GameStop, is it right? I'm very happy for them, but you have to know that hedge funds investors, like the real professional big wallet traders, they're not new to Reddit. They read those posts. It's nothing that is being said on Reddit that happens behind closed doors. And this is something to remember. Like, if you read a narrative somewhere, okay, there could be some validity, but don't think that you're the only one who read it. Okay, that's one of the dangers of those practices. So what I believe is that hedge funds investors really got bunked over really bad on this GameStop deal because they were shorting like crazy. There must have been some leak, and the market went the other way. Now, knowing how right now the mass of newcomers in crypto has been looking at Bitcoin and all the altcoins, especially the altcoins right now. Um, this knowledge of knowing that a mass is actually being hyped up for something, this opens a big door for abuse. And I think this is what happened, And the worst thing is that when you look on the social media, people still haven't learned. They just think like, oh yeah, just hodl, it's gonna go back up. And in all fairness, I hope for them that they're right. But out of experience, usually it doesn't happen like that. But yeah, like I said yesterday, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This is why we set our levels. This is why we set those ranges. And we don't trade opinions. We trade the analysis. We set our strategies. And we're open for anything. Doesn't matter what happens. Whatever happens, happens. And we're ready to take it the way it comes our way. Take profit. High volatility, never hodl. High volatility is take profit when you can and be ready for the next kick. That's rule number one. When dealing with high volatility, it goes so fast. Exactly, Katie. Yeah, exactly. For some people right now have the rebel phase in them. And indeed, they feel like, yeah, it's retaliation. We're going to stick it to the man. But it takes coordination. Like, if you want to move in a mass against somebody with big guns, you need to be coordinated. And such masses don't have that. That's the problem. And if they openly say things, then the ones with the big guns, they'll know when or how to stop it. And that's the danger. That's the danger of these things. This is why I'm not trying to hype anybody into anything. I'm not trying to find a group so I can try to manipulate the market by telling people, yeah, we need to buy, we need to sell. And it doesn't work like that. You're just opening yourself and setting yourself up for abuse. And that's the problem. It doesn't matter how noble their idea or their attempt is, because I find it really noble. Sticking it to the man, Jesus, I'm all for it. But yeah, it just doesn't work like that. I think the best way to make it work and to really become a group of people and able to become a group of people that is able to really push back and stick it to the man literally, I think this is the way to do it. Learning how to analyze every step of the way and know all together without communication, without having to call each other or type messages, knowing like that looks like a signal for this, I'm gonna do that. That looks like a signal for this. And make the market just stronger. The stronger the market is on the right areas, the more people who are educated will make money. And, you know, if you see manipulation, instead of falling for the trap, you can profit from it. I hope there are some people who took the chance of shorting this, because yeah, this is a money maker. Really, you didn't have to be part of the pumpers. If you're on Bybit and you're leverage trading, doesn't matter. You can short anytime you want. So you know you could make a lot of money. Um, yeah, well, Katie says, I think at this point there's just more attention brought to the degradation of the free market, and hopefully that will make a difference and get more people educated. And exactly, and this is my motivation. This is what I want to do. I want to make people, at least the retail, us, you and me guys, I want to make us mentally strong enough to stick it to the man. Like, yeah, and the next code, here we go. WO-6V823. Awesome. So 6V823. All right, are we gonna go for the V8 or the V12 in the future? Think about that. So WO-6V823. Awesome. So yeah, and I heard that so often, and I love that. The new revolution will be won in silence. Okay? It's not going to be blood on the street. It should be blood in the market. And it's not going to be by yelling it off of the towers and making a lot of waves and stuff. We have the technology right here to get on the same page and to be able to become stronger. If retail gets trapped in such stupid things and millions or billions are being lost for all the retailers all across the world, imagine how much wealth the few hedge fund investors and wealthy people have pocketed on this move. And this is what we need to go against. People need to stop encouraging each other of believing in pipe dreams, like yeah, just buy now, doesn't matter, it's gonna get high, be stupid, just follow the mass, blah blah blah. It's easy. Here, get your crypto, be rich, Lambo in 3 months. Come on. Hedge fund investors, they hear that. They're like, oh, yeah, it's time to abuse the ones that are going to be buying. Let's find a way to trick them. That's how they work. That's why they have a lot of money, because they have the power to make things move a little bit. But imagine if everybody was able to see those moves, to see like, hey, here's something happening. I'm going to take the other side of the trade. And knowing that even more people are going to work against it, then guess what? Guess who's going to lose? Because the whales make big waves. We need to be quiet. We need to be smart. Use our brains instead of using our muscles. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Learn analysis, listen, statistics, and graphs. All this is good. And then, strategies. Not one simple, stupid strategy being predictable, just strategies upon strategies upon strategies. Be sure that, like a sports person, you're able to catch the ball wherever it goes, whenever it goes. If it goes left, I'm not going to keep going straight. I'm going to move with it, and I will catch it and use it. That's what you need to do. And I know it takes time. It takes time, and it doesn't matter. You know why? Because cryptocurrencies are finite. There's this, it's not unlimited Bitcoin ever in the world. They're gonna keep trading it, and eventually, the more educated people step up to the market, the more the tides are gonna change. That's what I believe in, and I'm fairly sure that we can do it. We can make a difference. Cool. So, all this being said, very beautiful stuff to talk about, but it doesn't help us. The one thing that is very important is right now, on the way up, as long as we are not printing higher highs, yeah. So as long as we're not printing and maintaining the cycle of higher highs and higher lows, um, things are still on a pressure down trend. This one here created so much weight for the market that I would still consider this like an area of much more resistance to break. Those volume nodes, I strongly think that if the price starts to move up, those volume nodes are going to start growing like crazy. Maybe we can look at history like this. Yeah. On the way down, there are going to be bounces. And like always, just like always, printing the lower low, this is going to confirm more downtrend, and probably after this entire setup starts to confirm an even lower low, I think the sentiment of the narrative is going to change a lot. And this is where you're going to see the memes of Bitcoin taking the falls and going like, whoa, like Homer falling down the cliff. Wait, do, out, do. We've seen those. I think, I don't know if you guys saw it, but that was one of the memes of 2018. Was really funny, going like Homer going, do, ow, ooh, do. Awesome. But let's not be premature. Rejecting this area, probably at least a push to the upside, after which we're going to have to reanalyze the situation. The problem is that this read here is going to be troublesome. It's going to cloud a little bit some of the other potential reads. So that's going to make it just a little bit more difficult. It's like the water became muddy now. On the other hand, I just saw something. This trend line here, the green one, look at this, we slide this over a little bit more like that. No, that doesn't fit. Kind of sort of fits a little bit. Maybe like squinching your eyes. Could be that, could happen like this. Could be some support here, little push up, some new support, and something like this. But yeah, at least breaking this area, getting a higher high here, could mean a lot. But as long as we don't break out of this white box here, there are still going to be areas of pressure down. It's breaking the green line in the white box, could be pressure down just to find some higher support anywhere, doesn't matter, and continuation to the upside. So nice opportunity for long if that happens. But me, like I said a few days ago, I'm using the red button just because on a downtrend, I think it makes more sense to use the red button. But yeah, once again, all this is your own strategy, your own doing. It's not my way that is the only way. Some people made a lot of money longing this. Some people made money longing this. It doesn't matter if you have a strategy in mind and you have your limits set, potentially you have a great chance of making money. And I think this is the advice I will close on for today. I don't really need to be looking at the dollar because, dollar hasn't changed since yesterday. Markets are closed. But yeah, it's always fun. Let's have a look. Right now, yeah, dollar potentially, it's hitting a little bit of resistance, obviously. That's what it looks like. Let's see what next week will bring. So all you dollar people, maybe the market cycle could start leaning into your direction. What do we see here? Just continuation, basically. Maybe a little smudge of a bearish divergence, but obviously I'm pretty sure this already played out here. So yeah, a good chance for recovery. Not overnight, but if it gets to hold this level, go nice and slow, the dollar could be pulling through. And then E-minis, yeah, like I said before the weekend, looking topped out all the way. Also, amazing pump action. Like, look at that, pump and dump. Oh my God, like this is traditional markets. Probably GameStop or so must have had some influence on that. Honestly, I don't know. Let's look at GameStop Corporation. That's the one, right? Let's have a look. What does this look like? Wow. Painful action. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. Look at this. Like, pressure up, up. Crazy dump. Crazy, insane dump. Now it's moving again because the retail sheep are, they see hopium and they think it will last forever. That's retail. So yeah, again, a lot of people are going to lose money. Don't follow the bandwagon. Be the one pulling the wagon, or at least use the momentum that the passing wagons give you, or something. I don't know. I'm not good at analogies and stuff, but yeah, don't be a sheep. If the market moved, if it happened, then at least be patient to see and to analyze where the next stop could be and how you could use the next momentum. But don't jump on a train that left the station. It's too late. Uh, so yeah, maybe we can look at Bitcoin dominance quickly. Dominance is coming down. Yeah, that was to be expected. Altcoins coming back. Altcoin market. Here we go again. But the Doge, will the Doji survive? There's still a lot of hype going on. I think at least an afterquake, the same thing, pump and dump and just shaking money out of poor sheeple, their pockets, and then afterwards, we're gonna have a whole lot of narratives of how cryptocurrencies is a scam and everything is a scam, like GameStop is a scam. FKP05. Good. I check Uniswap. Sure. Of course, we could have a look at Uni. I think it's one of the better projects out there, honestly. But sad thing, that's a big downer. It runs on Ethereum. And all those Ethereum maxis are cool. Thank you, FKP. Very happy to see you're joining the family. Also, by the way, when you're seeing my live streams, make sure that you have your get.incent.com account open. It's not that easy, that difficult to register. You can use Google accounts and stuff. Just register, and then every day I give all the time instant codes for free. So if you want some free tokens, here you go. That's the way to do it. The code for now is WO-TVZ1D. Cool. So WO-TVZ1D. Alex, yeah. I think so too. Because most of the BS channels are gonna go quiet for a little while. There's a lot of YouTubers who are gonna disappear. Usually during bear markets, it's when it really goes quiet, and this is where you can differentiate the the guys who know nothing from the guys who really want to give some real information. And like I said, we trade leverage derivatives. Doesn't matter. Market goes up, market goes down, market goes sideways. As long as there's motion, you can make money in the ocean. Exactly, Alex. Yeah, people will realize the truth. Cool. Oh, that I'm saying truths. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I really appreciate that. That's what I want to be known for, and that's also the way I want to feel when I look at the mirror. I think that's very important. If you have a hard time looking at yourself under a microscope, then clearly you're doing something wrong. And if you're not man enough to admit it to yourself, then, you're not man enough. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm messing. Yeah, Katie, I just made that up. I think it's funny. Let's make it a slogan or a t-shirt. As long as there's motion, we can make money in the ocean. Awesome. Yeah, we need to make t-shirts and bumper stickers. That would be awesome. Cool. So yeah, Uniswap. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I completely digress. Uniswap. Right now, Uniswap is not looking bad. Like, really, it's not looking bad. Like, look, all the ones that I marked with a green light actually were the ones that yesterday night I found like, okay, it's gonna recover, it's gonna recover, it's gonna recover. The orange ones, I was like, unsure, needs to break. But Yeah, also Ethereum. I still think Ethereum will recover. You know, it's not a bad project. It has a huge community that speaks wonders for itself. But yeah, DeFi, like I was saying for Uniswap, the only downside on Uniswap is that it's still running on Ethereum. Making a swap on Uniswap, it's like people complain about fees for exchange platforms. Like try Uniswap. Yeah, you better come with thousands and thousands of dollars to trade because paying 70 or $80 in trading fees, like wow, people are tweaking when they say that Ethereum is the future. This needs to change. That, like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, for now, Ethereum still good. It's a good platform, but I'm more of I don't like to discuss about wallets and wealth and all these things, but a few tokens for decentralized platforms that I'm rather holding is EOS and Tron. I know a lot of people hate Tron because they hyped it in strange ways. They put a lot of money in advertising and all that stuff. Is it bad? No, why not? But Tron has high transactions rates. It's very cheap to use. Have you ever used Tron? Just give it a try, and you'll see that actually it's really not bad at all. Of course, high token max token. So yeah, I don't see one Tron going to 1,000 or a million per token. That's like a lot to ask for it, but that doesn't matter. They're tokens. Doesn't matter what the price is. You just use them, and period. But it's the transaction rate, and also that the tokens are finite. Ethereum is not finite. It's not capped. Some people keep forgetting that. If too much Ethereum is locked in smart contracts and all other stuff, then more Ethereum gets printed. So I thought we were going to try to step away from this. Yeah. For now, it hasn't been abused yet. But remember, the dollar wasn't really abused for a long time until all of a sudden it became abused, right? So there is no logic in this reasoning. If the door is available, eventually one person is going to step through. And another one that I like next to Tron is EOS, because I know lots of people, again, bad rep because Dan Larimer didn't he stepped out of block one. He was never intended on staying as a head of a project. He even launched the EOS token on the Ethereum platform, and then the Ethereum blockchain itself had to be launched by an independent free community of block producers, and they made the first block. Dan Larimer had nothing to do with that. So I don't understand. It's a good platform. Same thing, high transaction rate, free for use, and the only thing you need instead of paying transaction fees is locking up tokens to get the CPU and RAM on the blockchain that you need, which is a beautiful project because it gives a lot of value to the EOS token. All it needs is just some major dApps moving over and, working it out. But the programming language is so much easier than Ethereum. You can copy paste Ethereum projects on EOS. They work. You can use JavaScript. You can use Python. You can use any kind of language. It works. So, that's why for Uniswap, I'm still holding off a little bit. Alex, do you mean Troy coin? No, Tron. TRX. Here, this one. So, Tron, TRX. And as you can see, like, it's dirt cheap. I wouldn't go buy 1,000,000 coins right now. But yeah, you know, what harm? What's the harm getting like 2,000, 3,000 Tron in your pocket? You know, it will cost you 20 or 30 bucks, and you know, it could move. It's a nice project, and if you're really into looking at some you know, decent projects with some good fundamentals, then yeah, it's at the bottom. It looks like dog poop. Like, I know, I know. But look at the huge moves that sometimes it made, and this is, I don't even think that this is the full history, because I think Tron is a lot older than from November 2019. I think it's like FPK, BTC is pumping. BTC is pumping. Let's have a look. What's happening? Who else will fall? Or are we just missing the boat, and should we long? You never know, right? Um, yeah, this could it could start moving again. But yeah, there's, look at this there's this huge volume node right here. This is going to be the first break area, and everything in here is bearish divergence. Wait up. I'm gonna reread this because you know, we looked at it on the higher time frame, huh? Let's redo this on the 1 hour time frame. 89.8, 79.8. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's do it like this. So, you know what? I'm even gonna remove this. This doesn't matter for the higher time frames. This is really short term, and there we go. Let's see what happens. So remember, staying below this box will set just a lower high with a lower high. Means nothing. Continuation. Rejecting this box is lower high on the RSI, higher high on the price action. That's going down. It's only if and when price reaches above here that this one is not a bearish divergence. But remember that when we go higher, this entire structure here wait, no, I need to make this look nice. Oh no, I need to have this one. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. See, this is why I need to do the short time frames first. Just works so much better like that. There we go. So this entire box, piercing in the top edge of this box, look at that. Getting inside this top edge here will make the bearish divergence with this area. And then ultimately, what did I do? Yeah, ultimately, having broken outside this box, taking a little bit of a step back, finding some momentum, could be the signal that you need to consider seeing a move up. So the zigzag pattern here could be a first hint at a potential recovery of an uptrend. But under this green box, we could still see the momentum break around because we're too close in between this. Here, the narrative is really that we're gonna need to hold the support or it's not gonna work. It's only making the higher high and breaking above the green line that it's safe for the price to start going down. It can go down, doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't make this low end, still good. It's a higher low and the uptrend continues. So the ranges are really, really wide. Remember that in your strategy, in the way you think about setting up, because if price really moves this high, we are talking about wide ranges, like, you know, $13,000 ranges. It's massive. So for me, it stays the same. Like breaking above this here, I don't want to be holding on to any position. And if we break higher, for me, the main thing would be patience to see exactly what to expect. Okay, so don't jump the gun, take your time. Okay, if you know what the next step should be, you have time to wait until it really confirms your reasoning. And yeah, like FKP says, Bitcoin could be pumping. And here, have a look at the trend line. Look, this is interesting. It's starting to push up higher. So yeah, potentially right now we could see the next move to the upside. Let's wait and see. Let's see how far she goes. If this level breaks, at least it's going to be somewhere here in this medium intersection. Is it going to go higher? Let's see. Let's have a look. All right. So I'm going to leave you guys on that note. It's been like, wow, crazy 1 hour and a half again. Like, I'm so sorry. I just love to do this. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow, right? Remember, same time, same channel, 12:30 UTC. You be there, I'll be square. I remember, as long as there's motion, we will make money in the ocean. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.